Today guys, we're looking at 21 Fortnite pros that made pickaxes tryhard. With over 1,500 different pickaxes in the game, it can be really hard to find the best ones to use. So if you guys want to know what Fortnite pickaxe your favorite pro is using, then this is the video for you, because we're going to be looking at some of the sweatiest pickaxes, some of the best and newest pickaxes as well. So make sure you guys watch this entire video and let me know in the comments down below who your favorite pro is, and of course what your favorite pickaxe is as well. Make sure to go down, hit the like and the subscribe button if you are new, and use code KYROYT in the Fortnite item shop. But let's get straight into it, and we're starting off with the Icebreaker. Now there are so many different pros that have been using this, but more recently I feel like this is a pickaxe that FaZe Sway has actually been maining, and he's definitely helping make this pickaxe still popular in Fortnite today. It is a truly amazing pickaxe. It really only sets you back 500 V-Bucks, and it is just one of the best pickaxes we're ever going to see. The fact that this was added in Chapter 1, Season 1, and is still popular today is kind of crazy, so I don't really think that's going to change too much in the future. And honestly, the only way this pickaxe could become even better was if we got more edit styles for it, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. One pickaxe that definitely deserves an edit style though would have to be the Hadean Axe. This is such an amazing pickaxe, and it has actually been made by Noah Riley. He's definitely one of the Fortnite pros that is helping make this popular in Fortnite today, and this basically did have an edit style, but it was just added as a brand new pickaxe, and that was the Merry Mint. I feel like this is one of the best pickaxes we're ever going to see though. It is quite expensive, coming in at 1,500 V-Bucks, but similar to the Icebreaker, it was added all the way back in Chapter 1, Season 1, and we still see a bunch of people using it today. So honestly, I feel like that is why we just had to include it on the list. There are definitely better value for money pickaxes that you can actually get in Fortnite, and this really only does return to the store around Winterfest as well. So if you guys don't already own it, you might have to wait a while in order to get it, but once you do own it, it is easily going to be one of your favorite pickaxes. One pickaxe that you are never going to be able to get again though would have to be the Sigil of the Empire. Now this is a really unique pickaxe, but it has actually been made by Tayson, and he is helping make this a lot more popular in Fortnite today. Tayson is one of the best Fortnite players in the world, and even though he doesn't upload or stream too much on YouTube anymore, I still feel like we had to include him because he is one of the best and most successful Fortnite players we have ever seen. He's won so many different tournaments. He is just one of the greatest Fortnite players, so I feel like whatever items he does use, including skins and pickaxes, most of them are going to end up becoming quite popular and tryhard, so we just had to include it on the list. The Sigil of the Empire is a really unique pickaxe though. We never really saw too many people actually using this, and it was Darth Vader's pickaxe, so I think a lot of people were disappointed when this was added to the game. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people expected to get a lightsaber pickaxe for Darth Vader, so when we got the Sigil of the Empire, a lot of people were just left disappointed. One pickaxe that definitely didn't disappoint people though was the simple Sledge. This came to the game back during Chapter 1 with the John Wick skin, and this is actually being made by Martoz. Martoz is a really unique Fortnite player. Unlike a lot of pros and streamers, he doesn't really have a main skin, but instead uses the same back bling on a bunch of different skins, and I feel like his pickaxe stays pretty regular too, where he does use the simple Sledge in most of his videos. This is an amazing pickaxe. I've been talking about this for such a long time, but it is definitely one of the more underrated ones that we do have in the game, and not that many people have been using it, especially in Chapter 5. I do think this is really clean though. If you guys don't already have it, then I would highly recommend picking this up the next time it's in the store, but again, because it was added with the official John Wick skin, you might have to wait a while for this to be added back to the game. Hopefully you don't have to wait too long though for our next pickaxe, and this is the Love Lawn. This is actually a really amazing pickaxe, and it is actually being used by Halo BT a lot. Now Halo used to use the Star Wand all the time, but now in Chapter 5 Season 2 I feel like he has started to use the Love Lawn a lot more, just because the Star Wand is used by so many other Fortnite pros and streamers. I mean, it is one of the most famous pickaxes of all time, so there are definitely pros and streamers that want to sort of create their own identity, these pickaxes that no one else is really using, and the Love Lawn is one of the best ones for that. It is also quite cheap and does look very similar to the Axe of Champions, so this is definitely going to be a tryhard pickaxe pretty much for the rest of Season 2 and probably Chapter 5 as well. Another pickaxe that is always going to be tryhard in Fortnite has to be the Leviathan Axe. This is actually being made by Benji Fishy at the moment, and even though he doesn't really play Fortnite too much anymore, he is one of those pros that is responsible for making this tryhard in the game today, so we just had to include Benji Fishy and of course the Leviathan Axe as well. This is a 1000 V-Buck pickaxe, so it is a little bit more expensive than some of the other pickaxes we have already talked about, but it definitely makes up for it because not only is this a Tryhard pickaxe, it also has a custom animation, it is reactive, and it does fit in with pretty much every single skin in your locker. It is just so far and above every other pickaxe that we have seen. It is one of the most Tryhard ones in the game as well, and it hasn't really featured in the store that often either, so it is definitely becoming a lot more rare in Chapter 5. Benji Fishy really helped make this popular when it was first added to the game. He was one of the first people to use it, but we also saw Typical Gamer using this a bunch, but I feel like lately Typical Gamer has pretty much just been using every single pickaxe that we do actually have in Fortnite. Now, Typical Gamer is really unique, and like a lot of other Fortnite players, where he doesn't really main one or two different pickaxes, and he doesn't really main a skin either, but instead changes around whatever items he's using almost every single match. He is a massive collector of all of the brand new items that do get added to the game, so if he doesn't own a pickaxe and then it features in the store, he's most likely going to buy it and then use it in that exact same day. He does sometimes use some of the more rare items that we do have in the game as well, just because he has been playing the game since the very beginning and his locker is absolutely stacked, but it is really hard to find a pickaxe that Typical Gamer has made popular and Tryhard in Fortnite, so I feel like it's better off just mentioning that Typical Gamer pretty much uses every single pickaxe we have ever seen. Let's move on, guys, to our next pickaxe, and this is the Gold Crow. Now, there are actually a few pros and streamers using this, but Booga is one of the latest ones to help make this Tryhard in Season 2. I'm a huge fan of the Gold Crow. The crowbar pickaxes are honestly some of my favorites, and the Gold Crow would have to be one of the best. The Vault Guardian is also really clean, and it is a little bit cheaper, but I feel like the Gold Crow has definitely been more Tryhard in Fortnite. You can pick this up for 1,200 V-Bucks, and it does come in a Shadow Pickaxe bundle, but it is really worth it. The other two pickaxes never really got that popular, but just for the Gold Crow, I feel like it is really worth it. It fits in with pretty much every single skin in your locker as well, but again, because it is part of that bundle, it just doesn't feature in the store as often as it should. Let's move on to a much rarer pickaxe, and this is the Widow's Bite. We've actually seen pros like Blake using this over the last few seasons, and even though he did own this pickaxe before it was added back to the item shop for the first time in such a long time during Season 2, I feel like he's definitely one of the people responsible for making this Tryhard in Fortnite today. Blake has definitely become a lot more popular over the last few seasons. He's really grinding out the streams and YouTube content, which is always really cool to see, and with the Widow's Bite finally being added back to the store, it is the perfect time for him to main this pickaxe. It is such an amazing pickaxe. It is one of the best Marvel items of all time, but I feel like what really made this so unique was that this never got added back to the item shop after it first featured in Chapter 1, Season 8. This is the same as the original Black Widow skin. The Widow's Bite finally made a return in Season 2. It is such an amazing pickaxe, by far the best Marvel pickaxe we have ever seen, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, and if I'm being honest, I feel like it is only going to become more and more Tryhard as we move throughout the seasons. One pickaxe that is a little bit more rare than this though has to be the Raider's Revenge, and when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. We have actually seen pros like Lachlan using this quite a bit. This is literally one of the rarest pickaxes we are ever going to see. It was first added back during Chapter 1, Season 1 in the seasonal shop, and it is never going to return again. It is such an amazing pickaxe though. I feel like it is so rare in Fortnite today, so if you guys do actually own it, then hopefully you have been using it, because it is so rare, and it is really lucky to actually have this in your locker. There aren't too many skins that this matches in with, because I feel like it is quite a detailed pickaxe, so you do want to use a little bit more of a simplistic skin with this. Obviously, Lachlan is one of the OGs of the Fortnite community. He's been playing the game since the very beginning, so it does make sense that he has actually been using this as well. But since he got his very own locker items and locker bundle and icon skin in the game, I feel like he has been changing it around quite a bit, and we just haven't really seen him using the Raider's Revenge too much over the last few seasons, but in Season 2 he has definitely gone back to it, and that is always really cool to see. Let's move on though to another pro that has been playing the game from the very beginning, but first, the pickaxe that he's been maining is the Leviathan Axe. This Fortnite pro, guys, is Nick A30, and even though Benji Fishy definitely helped make this popular and Tryhard in Fortnite, I feel like Nick A30 is really keeping this popular in Fortnite today, obviously because Benji Fishy has quit Fortnite. Nick A30 still grinds the game. He plays almost every single day, which is really cool to see, and it is just an amazing Fortnite pickaxe. As I said earlier, it doesn't really feature in the store that often, but it does have a custom animation, and it is also reactive and a little bit animated as well, which is always really cool to see. It is going to make you guys stand out a lot, and there aren't too many pickaxes in Fortnite that do all of these things. So if you guys don't already have it, hopefully you can pick it up the next time it features in the store, if it ever does feature in the store again. One pickaxe that is a little bit older than this though would have to be the Trusty No. 2. This is actually being mained by Courage JD in Fortnite, and he has been using this pretty much since it was added in Chapter 1 Season 3. We have also seen a bunch of other pros using this like Nick A30 in the past because it is so iconic, but I feel like now in Chapter 5 it is really rare to see people using this pickaxe. It was part of the Chapter 1 Season 3 Battle Pass. You could pick it up for 950 V-Bucks, but obviously you got so many other items with it as well, so I do think it was worth it. It has such a unique design. It is sort of like an unofficial John Wick collab as well, which was really cool at the time, and whenever you came across someone using this in Chapter 1, you knew they were a sweat at the game, but I feel like that is definitely true in Fortnite today. So if you ever come across someone using the Trusty No. 2, especially Courage JD, chances are they're going to be one of the best players in the lobby. Let's move on, guys, to our next pickaxe, and this is the Hadean Key. This is actually being mained by Ninja in Chapter 5 Season 2, and he's one of the people helping make this popular and tryhard in Fortnite today. What I think is really cool about Ninja is he doesn't really use the same item for too long. He does change it around quite often, but since we just had a new battle pass added to the game, I feel like he does end up using those battle pass items for quite a while. The Hadean Key is obviously the tier 100 pickaxe that we did get this season. It was the pickaxe designed for the Hades skin, and I feel like that was a truly incredible skin, so it just makes sense that this pickaxe is also really good. We don't really see too many people using it though, which is a little bit annoying. Hopefully as more people do unlock it, it will become a little bit more popular, but I just don't know that that's going to happen. I feel like if you guys are watching this any later than Chapter 5 Season 2, Ninja is probably going to be using a different pickaxe, maybe one of the newest pickaxes from that season's battle pass, but for right now the Hadean Key is definitely one that he has been using, and I am a huge fan of this. Let's move on, guys, to our next pickaxe, and this is the Skully Scepter. Now the Skully Scepter is actually being mained by Somerset, and this is one of my favorite pickaxes in the game today. This is sort of like an edit style for the Star Wand in Fortnite. The Star Wand is obviously one of the most tryhard pickaxes we have ever seen, coming in at 800 V-Bucks, and the Skully Scepter is basically an exact copy of this, just with some different colors, and you can actually buy this for 500 V-Bucks. It is really weird why they decided not to add these items together. I feel like it would have been a lot more popular and a lot better if they had have added these together in the same pickaxe, but obviously that didn't happen, so I feel like the Skully Scepter is one of the more underrated ones in the game today. Somerset is definitely keeping this popular though. I feel like it is a truly incredible pickaxe to use, so if you guys don't already own it, then it is definitely one pickaxe that you need to buy the next time it's in the store and start using if you don't already own it. Let's move on, guys, to our next pickaxe, and this is the Fruit Punches. This is actually being used by Loserfruit because it is Loserfruit's Icon Series pickaxe. When she designed her own skin, these were the pickaxes that she chose. It definitely fits in with her whole theme of the actual fruit, so I feel like this was a really cool pickaxe, but we really haven't seen too many people using it today. It is actually quite hard to find pros and streamers in Fortnite that are maining different pickaxes, but I feel like the Fruit Punches are really clean, and what is also really clean is that Loserfruit is one of the only pros in the world to have an Icon Series skin and pickaxe added to the game, and is still using it today. There are so many other pros and streamers that just never really use their Icon Series skin a few weeks after it was added, so the fact that Loserfruit still uses this almost every day is really insane, and just a testament to how good the design of this actually was. I really am a huge fan of these. I feel like they're some of the best Icon Series pickaxes we have in the game, but we need to move on though, guys, and next up we have the Candy Axe. Now we have already mentioned these, but Moneymaker is also keeping the Candy Axes popular and tryhard in Fortnite today. Obviously Moneymaker is one of the best Fortnite pros in the world. He is one of the most up and coming pros as well, so it is really cool to see him using different items and different skins to everyone else in the game, but I feel like the pickaxes are where he sort of follows what a lot of other big pros and streamers are actually using. The Candy Axe is really good though. As we mentioned earlier, it doesn't feature in the store as often as it should, and it is definitely overpriced, coming in at 1,500 V-Bucks, but if you guys don't already own own it, then it is definitely one pickaxe that you could end up buying in the future, and it will easily stay tryhard for a very long time. Another pickaxe that is really tryhard in Fortnite today has to be the Harley Hitter, and there is no one else maining this apart from Mr. Savage. Mr. Savage might honestly be maining some of the best items we have ever seen. He always uses some of the best skins of all time, but the Harley Hitter is a truly incredible pickaxe that no one else seems to be using. You can pick this up for 800 V-Bucks. It is so worth it for a collab pickaxe, and it is also one of the only collab pickaxes in the game that is quite tryhard. I'm a huge fan of this. I feel like it is by far one of the best pickaxes in the game and one of my most used pickaxes as well. So if you guys are a fan of Mr. Savage, then this is a pickaxe I highly recommend you guys start using in Season 2 and even Season 3 as we move into that season as well. Another really good pickaxe that I'm a huge fan of is the Evenheart Battle Axe, and hopefully this is actually being made popular and tryhard by me. I don't really know if this is the case. I've started to see more and more people using it. I feel like it is very similar to the Leviathan Axe, but it is one of the most unique pickaxes we are ever going to see that hardly anyone is using. So hopefully by me actually using this more often in some of my videos and talking about it, you guys can end up picking this up and start using it as well. It is such an incredible pickaxe though. The design of this is so good, and it is sort of like a default style of the Leviathan Axe, which a lot of people want. Some people actually hate the single-handed pickaxe variants or just the custom animated pickaxes, so by having all of the design aspects of the Leviathan Axe but just in a default style pickaxe, I thought that would be really clean, and we just had to mention it in this video. I don't think this will ever become as tryhard as something like the Star Wand though, and another pro that is helping keep this popular and tryhard in Fortnite today is Mongrel. Mongrel is one of the most iconic Fortnite pros in the world, so I feel like whatever items he does end up using, they are always going to become tryhard. The Star Wand is no exception to this. Obviously, it is already one of the best looking items in the game, and that has not happened in Season 2. It is so popular at the moment, a lot of pros and streamers are starting to use this once again. I feel like it did die down a little bit in Season 1 of Chapter 5, but now in Season 2, it is definitely one of the more popular pickaxes. It is just so well designed. I would love to see edit styles for this. That would really help make this even more tryhard in Fortnite, but we're just going to have to wait and see if that does happen. And I feel like Season 3 might honestly be the perfect time to see edit styles for this. One pickaxe that probably won't get too many edit styles though is the Axe of Champions, and the only pro in the world that has been using this a bunch is actually Malabuka. He obviously was the FNCS winner during Chapter 5 Season 1, so he's one of the only people in the world that actually has access to using this pickaxe. I feel like that is so insane. It is one of my favorite all-time pickaxes. It is so well designed as well, but it is so rare because you could only get this by winning an FNCS tournament, so unless you are literally one of the best players in the world, you are never going to be able to get it. If you are good enough though, make sure to let me know in the comments down below, because it would be so cool to have some of you guys actually using this. But we need to move on, guys, to the final pickaxe, and we're going with one that we have never talked about before, and this is the Old Woody. Now this would definitely not be a tryhard pickaxe in Fortnite today, but Clicks has been using it over the last few weeks, and that is the only reason why I feel like the popularity of these pickaxe is actually starting to increase. I've never talked about it on my channel before. I've never really seen too many other people using it either. It is an uncommon pickaxe in Fortnite, so it is quite cheap, but again, we have so many other pickaxes in the game that Clicks has been using, but whenever he does start to use a pickaxe and uses it for a few days in a row, that is usually going to become quite popular and tryhard, and the Old Woody is just a perfect example of that. If you guys are a fan of this, make sure to pick it up the next time it's in the store. But there you guys go, that is my entire video talking about 21 Fortnite pickaxes that pros made tryhard. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below what your favorite pickaxe is, and I'll see you guys in the next video.